It's been more than 30 years in the making, but now a piece of Green Bay history is proudly on display. It's all thanks to the community and one local elementary school. NBC 26's Deandra Corinthios has this week's Partners in Education report.
The log cabin at Fort Howard Elementary School was originally built in 1975, but it fell into disrepair. Now, after all these years, the original builder has restored it and turned the whole experience into quite the history lesson. A dedication ceremony for the log cabin at Fort Howard Elementary School stirs emotion within the community, from the people who helped build the cabin nearly 40 years ago to those who were part of its rebirth today.
This cabin was dead and it is now resurrected, and I think that is just remarkable.
Project Director Chuck Hatfield used to teach at Fort Howard Elementary. In the 1970s, he and students then built the cabin with their bare hands.
I had children with axes and saws and cutting down trees and lifting trees.
But years went by and it was in desperate need of repair. Hatfield and other community members worked together for the last several months to restore the structure to its former glory. It was built to help students envision life in the early pioneer days, and it still serves that purpose today.
They had these beds that were made out of like wire and straw, and they had to sleep on. They had no mattresses, no like pillows and blankets.
The log cabin will be used for years to come as a look back into the history of our nation.
Our first post offices, our first taverns, our first churches, our first mail offices, people's homes, where they sheltered their animals, all came from cabins like this.
Between 1975 and today, through all those involved, Hatfield believes he's created a sense of community in the neighborhood.
Many of the people who still keep track of us on Facebook are people who have come back to a community. They really feel as though they can celebrate the community, the experience, the common experience of making this building.
The project was made possible by donations from local businesses and community members, some who even worked to build the cabin back in the 1970s. For Partners in Education, I'm Deandra Corinthios.